Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Swebe, and you are on day 3 of our 5 days of top 5 leading up to Battlegrounds Season 3. So today we are going to be focusing on overrated new minions. Now these are minions that I think have been incredibly hyped up that maybe may not be as powerful as people think they might be. But, we still haven't played the new patch yet, so anything's possible, but here they are. We are going to go from lower tiers to higher tiers in these orders. So starting with the Sindurai Straight Shot. This is a tier 4 neutral minion with Wind Fury and Divine Shield that removes Taunt and Reborn from whatever it attacks. Now this is nice to manage specifically Leaper and Undead boards with, removing that Reborn. I am unsure of how actually valuable this is going to be. If you are countering a Leaper board right now in this meta coming up here, you have probably a Zap, right? Because you want to remove those Rivendares at the back of the board, and they do stack, so there may be multiple at this point. And then the Sindurai Straight Shot to potentially remove the Reborn on the frogs, or whatever you can do there. I think that it will be helpful for slight management, but I don't think this is actually going to be able to get the job done the way that White Mane did. I think there needs to be some kind of middle ground minion that does a little bit more than Sindurai, but obviously not as much of a board definer as White Mane was. I have hopes that maybe this will maintain the power on a Leaper board, because I do think Leapers are going to be out of control in the new meta, but I've got hope. We will see. Next on tier 4, we have the Puffer Quill. This is a Naga Quill board. When you play a spell on it, it gains poison for that turn. And if it's golden, it does gain that poison permanently. Now, I was thinking about this really hard because there are so many token availabilities now, especially with Undead coming in. We have Undead, we have Beast, we have Demon, we have Mech. There's just a lot of possibility on summoning minions. And I don't necessarily think that poison is going to be as prevalent. So, the Puffer Quill may not actually get as much poison value as you want. And it also does require that spell. So the spell allocation of, just playing that spell and putting that resource toward that minion every single turn until you triple it. I don't actually know that it's going to be as powerful and effective in, kind of scamming or maintaining your opponent's board as it seems. Moving on now, we have one tier 5 minion. This is the Cyborg Drake. It's a mech dragon, and it gives Divine Shields plus 10 attack. This is great for, putting an Annoyo module on a Mecharol and just having that anchor unit with a bunch of Divine Shields behind it and getting that value of that 10 attack every single time. Or, just kind of adding that extra value to a Deflecto board. It's not bad. That being said, shields are pretty easy to remove. And whenever Cyborg Drake is in, that does mean there will be one other very important minion in, which is Atromedes. Atromedes removes that shield, so you just immediately lose that 10 attack before even getting any value out of it. That being said, it is definitely a nice little tempo piece, but I don't think it's actually going to be as much of a mainstay as it feels like it is. I might be wrong here, but I feel like the temporary aspect of it may not be as good as it feels. Moving on, we have 2 tier 6s left. The first one is Sister Death Whisper, the undead that gives the reborn minions +1/+3. Now the scaling is nice, and especially because it is reborn minions, it does affect beasts. It does affect anything that Lich wants to reborn, so that is nice. However, I just don't think that scaling on tier 6 is going to be strong enough. I don't think it's going to be able to do what you would hope it would do when you're finding it on tier 6. That's a little bit too late to get that small of scaling, I feel. And last but not least is Greta Gold Gun. This is a Naga pirate with the spellcraft of giving another friendly Naga or pirate golden for 1 turn. Now, that's great for Hogger, for Athissa, absolutely, yes. But, it is on tier 6, so you can triple into it, right? And that would be beautiful. But especially if you're going the Hogger route, right? If you don't triple into it, there's really no reason to go to 6 when you're playing, you know, that APM pirate comp, because you've got your scaling engines like your Peggy, your Salty Looter. It doesn't give you a lot of reason to go to 6 until that very end of game. So may not be so good for pirate. However, with Athissa, you do end up going to 6 because you do find those Athissas, the Orgazoas. Value units are definitely up there on 6. So I could see Greta working for Athissa pretty well. But I think that, again, it might not, like, tripling into it, beautiful, but it might not be as lucrative as it feels like it is. So that's my spicy take on what I think is going to be a little bit overrated coming into the new set. Let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you think people are way too hyped about that may not actually live up to that hype. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye.